Today, I will be talking about why you need to be slow to speak and quick to listen. It says this in the Bible in James. It says quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. And when you're conversating with people, you must heed this and make sure you're not just talking about talking about yourself and spewing things that you already know. When you're talking to people and you just talk about yourself, there's nothing being learned in that conversation. You are gaining nothing. All you are doing is spouting out information either about yourself or about things that you already know, and you're benefiting nothing. And most of the time, what you're talking about, you're more interested than the other person, and you're really just bringing it up because you think they care. And I'm not saying people don't care about what you have to say, but a lot of the times you care more about what you're saying than they care. And you're just spewing out stuff for acknowledgement, for praise, because you think it makes you sound smart or whatever it may be. And you need to be more amped to listen. You have two ears and one mouth for a reason. You should listen more than you speak. And when you are having conversations and you're directing questions back at them and seeking answers from them, this is how you learn. You know everything you're going to say, unless you ask a question and then it gets them talking, and then you can start learning because they have answers that you don't know. In one way or another, I believe everyone is my teacher and I can learn from everybody. So I want to ask questions about topics that I want to see their insight on. And I don't want to just spew out information that I already know and trying to make myself sound smart or educated or wise or whatever it may be. It's like you're almost seeking praise and you're like looking for improvement, looking for, yeah, I guess, improvement from these other people that you are worthy of whatever it may be. So I believe you need to be slow to speak and quick to listen, and you must direct conversations to other people. Don't just sit there talking about yourself. You must seek wisdom from these other people, seek their perspective. When people are talking, you have to see things from their perspective. You know, I believe no soul is willingly deprived of the truth. So whatever someone is saying, they truly believe, and you must see things from their perspective to understand why they believe that way. And if you can see things from other people's perspective, you can be a lot more understanding, and you can gain a lot more wisdom and knowledge from these people instead of just completely shutting down what they're saying because you don't agree with it. When you see things from other people's perspective, you can see where they're coming from. You can see why they believe that. And then in some cases, you can change your own points of view because you believe their point of view, their perspective, their reasoning is better than yours and makes more sense. And yeah, you gain knowledge and you actually get something out of conversation other than just you spewing out information that you already know that in reality you care more about than you care more about it than they care about it. And also, sometimes people just want someone to listen to. People don't always want you to give them your feedback when they're talking to you. People don't always want to hear what they should do or hear why they're feeling a certain way or hear how they're overreacting, whatever it may be. People don't always want to hear this. And sometimes you just have to sit there and let someone vent and let their feelings out and just be a person to listen, lend an ear and let them kind of vomit on you verbally and get all their feelings out, all their troubles, because a lot of times there's just people don't just listen to people. It's very powerful when someone just sits there with their undivided attention and listens and lets you just talk about what you need to talk about. You know, it feels like something is lifted off your chest when this happens. And, you're not always trying to just have people tell you what you should do. And the second you start kind of venting, they say, well, you should be doing this and you probably won't feel like that anymore. There's a time and a place for that stuff, but there's also for a time and a place to just sit there, give non-vocal communication like nods and yeah, stuff like that, and not just sit there and try to glue their life back together, because sometimes all they need is just to vent real quick and someone to listen to, and they'll realize, how the answer might be just right in front of their face, and all they had to do was just speak out loud and not get bombarded with feedback.